breaking through. Do you feel me too? I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too? I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too? I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too? Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too? I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too? I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to SBS. It's another exciting week. We're supposed to stream a DSS game today, but unfortunately they were not
Cheers.
able to play on the time, so we decided to switch over to SBS. And what a better match than Shrimp Gang and We Hate Renekton. I'm joined by Juggernaut and Lupul. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, and I am hyped for this match as well. This is going to be a really interesting one between first and third place on Division 2. But sorry, Lupul, I saw you about to say something there, and I
Oh,
kind of
no,
cut you off.
no, not a problem, man. We each got to have our own turn to talk. We're matching. Wookie, did you get the memo about the red shirt thing?
Oh,
No,
nope,
your
We're all
memo
sorry.
must have
dependable
gotten
today.
lost. Moving on.
Oh my gosh.
Wookie's
Well,
always feeling the odd one out,
it's all right. My
as
predictions are
usual.
wrong. My shirts don't match. It's no big deal. But they've already gone ahead and started the first game's draft, so we're gonna get right into that. So tell me a little bit because we have not streamed Shrimp Gang. We've streamed We Hate Renekton before, guys. So, uh,
Yes.
first initial thoughts. Like we haven't seen Shrimp Gang really like. We've seen them at the top. We haven't seen them perform. So what are you guys expecting out of Shrimp Gang specifically against We Hate Renekton?
I mean, I think Juggernaut. Juggernaut, have you played against them yet?
No, they're opposite division. So
Oh
I
yeah, I
was
forgot about that.
in,
Yeah,
yeah, I was
you
in
don't.
last split. We never played last split. They came in third overall, though, so definitely a very strong team, despite the fact that we haven't seen them because we haven't casted them this split. They're definitely one of the strongest teams, in my opinion.
I mean, if they're on the top of their division right now, because this is Division 2, uh, and if they're at the top of their whole thing, I just don't know what we're going to be expecting. I mean, we hit Renekton's in third place. They're Shrimp Gang's in first right now. And I want to see some spicy picks, some spicy plays. Everybody wants to see a little crazy off meta pick every once in a while, and I'm hoping we see that tonight.
I think we absolutely will. But one thing we have already seen is the vibe band from We Hate Renekton. I was doing a little bit of scouting, and that's pretty much all that Shrimp Gang's jungler plays. They don't have their main jungler, who's a Nocturne main, but this
Yikes.
jungler just plays Vi. And the Senna first pick, which is Senna is super flexible. It opens up a ton of options in terms of drafting because she can be paired with all the kind of unusual supports in the bot lane, like the Cho'Gath or the Wukong or the most commonly Tahm Kench.
And then we see the Nami as a
Odds on
response
Lucian
pick.
Nami.
Odds are Lucian Nami.
Yeah,
Those are the only two champions that would. I mean, Nami can work with a lot of champions now these days. Uh,
It's true.
with ever since she's been taking Electrocute instead of Summon Airy, ever since everybody found out that works very well, uh, it's been an amazing pick in the bot lane, and it's going to be. It won't be a Lucian Nami. It's going to
Okay.
be a Vayne
instant,
Nami.
Wait, can
Okay.
that be Vayne
an
top? Is that
instant
possible?
Nico Nocturne. I don't know if that could be a Vayne top.
I mean, it's
I don't
Magus.
think Hottest Kashir plays it.
I mean,
Oh, this is
No,
for
it's
We Hate
no.
Renekton.
This is
Yeah,
this
this
is
would
this is
be.
We Hate
oh,
Renekton.
Yeah.
excuse me.
Mac. I don't know if the Knight plays it right
Aztec,
now.
no, Aztec War Priest. I don't think he plays it either. They both play relatively similar champions, kind of the tankier Juggernaut style champions. Um, but let's see, what else are we seeing here?
That's
And
an
then we're
The
seeing
interesting pick.
Olaf.
Olaf. This is such an interesting draft already. Honestly, I expected to see Lucian right after the Nami. I won't think that's a Vayne top lane because if they're gonna just pick Nami Vayne right
You
there,
know
it's
what
just
I'm
like
seeing? I'm seeing
what?
a
Okay.
Nico again from Fritzer, and oh my gosh, why did no teams ban Nico? Is it that much of a like? Oh, they're doing fine with it, but like we don't think that's so much of a threat on Fritzer's side, or is it just like they have better options? Like, what do we think about that?
Um, I think there's a lot of I don't know exactly. Like I mean Fritzer does seem like that kind of person that would honestly throw a wrench in the whole plans. It's like, oh okay, here's my Nico.
Yeah,
To be honest, I haven't seen a whole lot of Fritzer's Nico yet. But I think it's probably just they had more important things they needed to ban. So they banned Vi and Mordekaiser, which are both like huge picks, right? The jungler mostly plays Vi, and Hottest Cashier he plays a lot of Mordekaiser. It's one of his top 2 or 3 picks, really. I don't know about the Lulu though. Seen a
By the
whole lot.
way, so I have info. Turns out that their mid laner from Shrimp Gang has been playing Nico.
Oh,
Okay.
So, we should be expecting a Nico from their mid laner, but it could also be
it could
flex.
be a flex.
That could be
Yeah.
flexed. It could be flexed. So let's not hold our breath just yet. Um,
Yeah,
as
we're
well
getting through
as
the new bans of Vladimir, Yone, Mundo, and Lux taken off the table. So this means that we still have yet to see some top laners. And I feel like they are going to try to pick a top laner here for We Hate Renekton. Yep, there's the set.
that's
That
a
is going to
solid.
lock in the Vayne and Nami bot lane, which is an interesting one. I don't really see a lot of that, but I do see it working pretty well. Vayne has the tumble, and paired that with the Nami buff, that's a lot of uber damage right there. A Heimerdinger being hovered on the side of Shrimp Gang.
Swear, if that's
Okay.
a Heimerdinger bot lane, I'm crying.
And as the name suggests, they do hate Renekton, so it's possible that Shrimp Gang does pick Renekton just to counter out this set. I do think that's a fair... Oh, no, it's going to be Swain!
Wow.
Wow,
Shrimp
okay.
Gang is just like throwing all the curveballs right now. They're just like, yeah, you know what? I just want to make you all sweat real quick.
Yeah.
Let me just make everybody sweat really quick. But now, no, we're gonna see Swain. I believe that's gonna be Swain, Senna bot lane, because that's a very typical bot lane, right? That's a typical bot lane that we see normally.
Yeah.
And then we see a Malphite.
Ooh.
Okay, I don't know what kind of team comp they're going. I think they're just going for all in kind
The
of team
Wombo.
comp
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just
Definitely.
like, can you really do that against the team that we already see of We Hate Renekton? They have so many answers, especially when Malphite decides to Unstoppable Force into We Hate Renekton. The set's just gonna
Oh,
do Showmaker right back. Look at all
the
these great
Stylus pick
ultimates
is
too. This
huge.
is
Yeah.
Oh my
nice.
gosh.
This is
Nico,
Yeah.
Swain,
amazing.
Malphite are all
Yeah.
so good.
That is really good drafting, I think, for the side of We Hate Renekton. As soon as you see a
Absolutely.
Malphite, you pick Silas. 100%. Any day of the week. So I definitely am happy to see that. This is going to be a spicy match for a first game. All right, well, I'm going to throw out predictions. You guys can talk about who you think is going to win this first game.
Really quick, I'm just want to go down the line though of
Okay.
who's on
Yeah,
what
true.
team, so we can make sure that our viewers know that we're not trying to skip out on the names. So on the side of Shrimp Gang, we got Hottest Cashier in A, Bam Pam Pachow in the jungle, Mufasa Fish in the mid lane, Fritzer in the AD carry, and Kodak Mac in the support. And Juggernaut, if you want
And
to
yeah,
take over.
and then from the side of We Hate Renekton, we have Aztec War Priest in the top lane, a Wild Snom in the jungle, Funny Beaver in the mid lane, Yiku in the AD carry role, and Magus Knight as the support.
I'm very looking forward to this. Juggernaut, how you feeling
Yeah.
about this draft?
I think We Hate Renekton won draft pretty significantly, at least in terms of the top side of the map. I really like the Silas pick, R5. We already went over that. I think that the Malphite pick was not ideal into the set. I think that Malphite's not going to be able to do anything into set, and set's going to be more useful later on. And I think the Olaf is great at shredding the tanks that we see, and tankier champions from Shrimp Gang. And with Vayne, I'm just not seeing how Shrimp Gang is really going to be able to get much done. I mean, as long as Set and Nami are able to peel Nocturne off of the Vayne, I think that they're really going to struggle to get anything done in the mid and late game team fights here. So I think We Hate Renekton definitely won draft.
I will have to agree with you, my friend. Wookie, how you feeling?
I'm kind of the same. I like the all in. It's just so good against teams that have this singular like late game carry, because there's nothing Vayne can do against all the CC piled on top, right? So like, it doesn't even matter. I mean, honestly, we hate Renekton still has a chance, because
They
if
play
they
it
play
properly.
if they play the early game, right? If they play the early game, get a lot of leads onto Silas, onto Olaf, they could definitely snowball that into a really quick win, right? So I definitely don't want to count them out, but I am gonna have to say, like, late game, it's definitely gonna be Shrimp Gang here. So looking forward to that. I'm gonna throw up the little graphic that we have for pro comps. Let's put that up. And as it's a new interface for pro comps. I just realized this today, and I'm loving it. Like, look at all the information we get from pro comps. Like, oh my gosh, we get all the bands. We get, like, even the tiers, and just the game styles, like all this. Someone break it down for me. One of you break it down for me, please.
We're trying to see it through. Okay, so we see basically the tier list, the counter picks, but pro comps. But normally, really quick, I'm sorry I have to say this. Pro comps is a tool for League of Legends teams, coaches, and individual players that want to take their game to the next level. They offer live insights and suggestions such as power spikes, champion suggestions, and useful warnings that will help you make the best possible selection and outcome. Not only that, but they have counters and synergies, tier lists and patch updates, comp builder, and so much more. Click the link in our about section to see for yourself. With
And
everything on pro comps, sorry, go ahead.
no, so, I'm gonna be honest. Also, the team, the breakdown that they have in kind of the top middle there, where it displays the type of team that each side has. It's a really useful kind of learning tool, because that's kind of the way that people are break down these team comps is into those 5 different categories. And if you're looking to try to improve and kind of understand, like, how people classify team comps and what types of styles you can play, and how to play those styles, this is a really great kind of starting point to figure out, oh, these champions tend to go together well in these types of comps, and kind of focus your drafts in that way. And it could be really useful to have that kind of information.
Okay.
I couldn't
Well,
say it better. Yeah, I couldn't
could
say
not.
any better
Yeah.
myself.
Enough said, honestly. And yeah, that's gonna be game 1 draft completed here. We're gonna take a short break. I'm gonna show a pro comps video. Everybody, make sure to check it out, because it's a pretty fire tool to help you with your drafts. We'll be right
Rip
back.
headphone users. Rip headphone users.
Everybody panic! Hold on! I'm about to say something really cool. 3, 41, 9, and lift off! No one dies screaming without me. I feel like I forgot to shoot something. You're starting to bore me. She's such a loser. Always ready to cry. Da-da-da-da. Aw, come on. What's the worst that could happen?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got a little bit of invade going on here. Game 1 of Strip Gang versus We Hate Renekton, but didn't work out too well. Swain does get the gold for that ward, though, so they win, right? That's how it goes, right?
Hypothetically, I mean, sure, Bam Bam Pachow loses out on some vision because he did start sweeper instead of just starting with the trinket and going back for the sweeper. But it's a great idea to start off with the sweeper just in case. You know how We Hate Renekton play. They could have counter invaded and all that stuff.
True. They could have, but they let it go.
But we. So it looks like it was Fritzer playing Nico, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fritzer. Thank you. Now you remind me the reason why I got away from bot lane.
I mean,
why I live in the jungle.
Honestly, like, that's his best champion, right? Or at least one of his best champions. Because we've seen it time and time again in the previous SBS results. Yes, we haven't seen them, like, stream, but we've definitely seen him play that champion multiple times, and I feel like it's a bigger threat than what it might appear to be, right? I don't know if you guys have any, like, experience facing an ADC Nico, or bot lane Nico, for that matter. Like, you could still go either build, right? Attack speed on hit, or even just straight AP for the burst.
Now, I haven't played into it bot lane, but I did play into AD Nico top back when it was meta, and that was horrible, because the champion was so overtuned in terms of attack speed. They gave her a higher base AD and all kinds of stuff to try to make her, like, viable with attack speed. But it was just so oppressive in top lane.
No, I mean,
trading. Yep.
I mean, mostly this whole laning phase is going to be this whole few first minutes are going to be just trading poke for each lane. More on the side of the Malphite for the set than the sets of the Malphite.
Yeah.
And
Mufasa fish.
Nice
Yeah, getting a little bit low there. You know, and speaking of like that, like there's a lot more trading going to be going on here in the mid lane because Silas is a chaotic character, and Mufasa Fish gets first blooded by Funny Beaver. That is how you play Silas.
No, you just run at the enemy and then you just smash your face in the keyboard and you win, right?
Yeah,
is that
true.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Bam Bam is gonna smash his face into Wall Snob, and they're
you
kind
don't
of
want to smash face into that.
They're kind of doing that. They're almost there. He's gonna flash over the wall. Aztec and Bam Bam almost getting that blood there. I think Bam Bam, he had the same idea that Snom had there, but didn't realize he was in that bush. And it's funny that he was in that bush because Hottest Cashier is pushed up. Like, I don't think there's any way Snom could gank that, but
I think he was waiting. I think Snom was waiting for Bam Bam to show up to try to gank for that.
Mm-hmm.
So
they probably knew that he started bot side. Depending, I didn't catch exactly when Malphite came into lane, but usually it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, Mufasa and Snom
Nice
kind of battling
sidestep.
out there. Yeah, good side steps, but no damage. We're just sitting here, just throwing abilities at each other, throwing axes and what was it, like
wait
Swain
till-
energy?
yeah, wait till Snom gets that first item.
Oh, true.
Then everybody remembers the reason why Olaf should be banned inside that jungle or top lane.
True, very true. I feel
After
like
the rework,
yeah,
he's just so good now. In jungle and top, more so top lane, but he
Yes.
scales a lot better than he did, and the fact that his ultimate never runs out really just gives him the ability to run a team fight.
that's true. As Funny Beaver now on the opposite end of this, but is actually gonna get away. No abilities hit
Yeah.
by the side of Shrimp King.
Happy feet over there going on.
Yeah.
And one other thing that I want to talk about before it actually happens here is bot lane.
Oh, Mufasa Fish might be almost dead again. Nope. We'll flash away. kind of doing a little trade. Bam Bam here again. Might be able to get the fear off this time. Funny Beaver has no cooldowns remaining. Will W away, though, and will E away as well. He's back in! Flashes the Swain hook.
This man is insane.
Insane. I don't even know if he was planning on trying to get there or just doing it for the flashy moves.
Well, if he was going for the flashy moves, I think he succeeded in that.
Yeah, definitely. Aztec War Priest getting a little low here. Is very low, does not have the Haymaker, and Hottest Cashier actually just 1v1s him. What was that?
That is crazy.
Just to put something else out to know, Hottest Cashier has a Dark Seal.
Oh my god. Oh no.
AP Malphite incoming?
True.
AP
You know-
Malphite.
Is that why he won that trade there? Like, is that the real reason?
That might
Well,
have been. Really, I think the reason it comes down to though is really just that Aztec War
Oh
Priest
no.
was
Wait,
W.
Mufasa Fish, what are you doing there, bud? Tried to sidestep, didn't have the happy feet this time around, and that's gonna be another kill going over to Funny Beaver.
That pink ward really putting in work.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't clear it sooner from the blue side here.
Funny Beaver is going to be an issue. Like, if he keeps getting those kills, Mufasa Fish needs time to scale also, but Funny Beaver's not going to let them have that.
And he's got 3 great ults in the form of Nami, Nico, and Swain. Malphite, Nico, and Swain. And all 3 of those are just going to be able to absolutely demolish an entire team if he plays it properly.
This is really getting a read on Yiku there.
Yeah, a little bit of trading going back and forth. Now, we don't have the first dragon taken quite yet.
Oh, this is so
who do you guys
late.
think? Yeah, who do you guys think that will have the prio first for this one?
As long as Snom gets level 6 first, which I honestly believe that they will, I believe the side of We Hate Renekton, because as soon as that happens, as I thought, he's gonna get the item, then start running straight to Dragon. There's the ping
Bam,
for the
but
Dragon.
that's for Bam Bam Pachow.
Bam Bam Kachow. What?
They're ready first, and I think it has to do with timing, right? You know, yes, Bam Bam Pachow is not level 6, but I guess they had a nice read. I mean, they have bot prio on their side, right? So that enables them to do this, especially with the push and the just the timing. That
Very
definitely
sad,
did
but
well.
okay.
Oh no, Bam Bam Pachow actually just decided to go ham onto Magus, but Magus had flash and is gonna get away. Yeah, that was interesting.
Oh, I cannot
Okay.
wait for the Silas to start taking Swain ultimate and just
Yeah.
being a menace to society.
We saw that trade there. That could ultimately lead to it. He does not have flash yet on Funny Beaver. He does have the ignite though, so it's quite possible if he lands one more E, that's a kill for him. And instead though, Mufasa Fish is gonna pop the nice old Swainerino Pepperino ultimate there and just gain back a lot of health. Meanwhile, Bam Bam Pachow in the spot lane here. He does not have the paranoia. Can he do anything without that?
The fear is nice to have.
Wait,
As
Fritzer
well
does have
as
the ults themselves, so that's a dead vein right there. Yiku just gets caught in it while Magus was, I guess, clearing a ward on the opposite end. Getting caught out like that is not going to be good. Wait, 2 flashes. Bam Bam Pachow on the opposite end to catch Magus Knight out. Magus Knight is going to do his best to exhaust Fritzer, but that's not enough. Nocturne takes another kill.
Jeez.
This is really not how I thought this bot lane would go. I've been waiting all game for one good Nami bubble, really.
Okay,
the
Snom
ball.
responding on the opposite end of the map. Hottest Cashier is going to use the Unstoppable Force to get away. A classic move. We can make a highlight reel out of that one. Using Unstoppable Force inappropriately. But, you know, saves himself from death. So that is a W.
I mean, that was all last night's games was all unstoppable forces were used to get out. So that seems to be a theme this week so far.
Okay, fair enough.
It hurts my soul to see a Malphite ult being used like that, but sometimes it is the best option.
Yeah.
I thought you don't play Malphite because
I don't play Malphite, but you know, I don't play Malphite. But at the same time, it's sad to see such a good ultimate just be used to just get away. But it's better than dying. I'll give him that.
It's True.
Stomp picked up the Herald, by the way, with the help of Aztec War Priest. I believe the best area to drop said Herald will be in the mid lane. Give Funny Beaver some move around.
Yeah, enable them to cross the map, right? And you know, because like I said, Silas, I love Silas. He's a chaotic character. He wants to be able to be in these fights early as possible, and wreaking havoc, especially with that Malphite. We haven't seen him use it yet, but I can't wait for it.
Oh my gosh, he took the Everfrost. Yeah, nobody's getting away from Funny Beaver anymore, especially if it's a 1v1 situation. I think Mufasa Fish is going to need Bam Bam at all times now, because Funny Beaver is just going to want to keep fighting. It's just going to be a non-stop fight in mid lane, and Beaver lives for that right now.
Wait, is Magus Knight still not level 6? Holy moly. That death from Yiku really put him behind. He just hits it there. Snom is level 8 and is going to help them out. Do they know that that ward is in that middle bush, though?
I don't think they do.
Okay, Paranoia comes out. I think Yiku is the first to die here again. Baby Chow picks up the kill, but Snom will return the kill, and he's going to pop the ultimate. Gets a double. Can he get the triple? No, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. The bubble doesn't land. Can't do anymore. He's going back and forth. The ghost was popped. Now the Rift Herald there, too. This is a lot of gold for Snom. Kodak gets chunked by those axes, and Funny Beaver is now going to take advantage of everybody being bot side to kind of go in and force a flash out of Mufasa Fish. Wow. What a series of events.
So much gold. So much gold for Snom.
It's really tragic that Vayne isn't there to pick up any of this. I mean, she got caught out first in that fight, but overall, it is still a great trade for them. Side of We Hate Renekton here.
It's great though. I mean, that kind of evened out the gold a lot, because they were down gold, but now they're pretty much even.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of an interesting read, right? Because, like, Snom kind of noticed that, like, Bam Bam Pachow was pretty much on bottom side of the map this entire time, almost, except for that, like, level 2, level 3 top lane skirmish. But now that the first drag was taken, now they kind of know that, hey, Bam Bam Pachow wants to shut down Yiku as fast as possible and not allow Yiku to scale, right?
Understood. Also, bad timing for Snom to be on that top side. Dragon just came up, so
are they just gonna sneak another one?
Yeah, I no, you can't sneak another. Yeah, he can sneak another one. He's gonna sneak another one. He's gonna.
They know, right? They've got to know at this point with Mufasa clearing that pick there.
No,
they just can't do anything about it, really.
Oh, I mean, the Paranoia just gets popped. Flash comes out from Magus. That seems to be a common thing that's going on here with Bam Bam Pachow. He just pops the ultimate, goes in, no hesitation. And as soon as I say that, a tidal wave does go out. Catches Fritzer, but I don't know what that was for.
Oh, I thought that I thought Funny Beaver and Snom were about to come down there and say, "What's up? You gonna mess with my bot lane?"
True. Funny Beaver does catches a nice E onto Mufasa Fish, but it's not enough. Mufasa Fish does pop the Demonic Ascension, but it's a defensive one, and that means that's a long cooldown expended.
Funny Beaver has all the time in the world.
He does, he really does. I'm surprised that he hasn't gone up topside to steal away the Malphite ult and either come back to mid lane or just gank Kata's Cashier.
Yeah, and it's... Sorry, go for it.
No, go. Please. I've been talking this whole time.
It's the other thing about the Silas here is just that with all these great ultimates, normally he doesn't scale incredibly well, but with all these ultimates, he's really just going to be able to run a team fight. Especially with the Swain ultimate, it's just going to make him absolutely unkillable. So yeah, I think things are looking really good for the side of We Hate Renekton right now. And they are
bot lane.
I know. Bot lane is unfortunate, but even then, I think that the scaling is relatively even, I would say, here, right? Senna scales well, and Vayne scales well as well. 3 wells is a bit much.
No.
I think that the scaling is relatively even here, especially with the Malphite and the Swain. Although, actually, Malphite and Swain are both going AP, so maybe Vayne is just not going to be able to do that much this game, since there's no proper tanks here.
Okay, Mufasafish force to pull the Demonic Ascension, but Funny Beaver just actually 1v1s him, takes him out, and he's looking at Hottest Cashier, who is a little bit too late. He's gonna
Run that up, Hottest. Run that up, Hottest.
Oh, there's the grab from Silas, but just says, hey, thanks for the donation. Well, I'll take that and kill Mufasafish once he's up again.
I mean, I really wanted to see Beaver just run up on.
Wait a minute, Hottest Cashier and Bam Bam Pachow with a coordinated attack from Kodak. That was a sight to see. Wow, beautiful.
Wait, Kodak got the kill.
Yep.
Yeah, he sniped it.
He sniped it.
I mean, that's cool.
Hey, set of scales, right? Snom
yeah,
and Magus.
absolutely.
Snom and Magus coming in on Hottest here. Hold on. Oh, force the flash. I guess he'll get away from that one. But yeah, I think that was really well coordinated, and I don't even think it mattered who got the kill at that point.
Honestly, up to 3, I think the Senna's the best person to get it.
Yeah,
potential fight.
Looks like Aztec is in a 1v2 situation. Is going to pop an early Haymaker. Will pop the Showmaker here. Gets him under tower and is trying to run away, but Mufasafish is going to finish him out.
Aztec is hungry for some kills, by the way.
Absolutely. He saw the blood in the water and he went for it.
Fritzer versus Yiku. Who's the better ADC here? As Fritzer is getting low, so is Yiku. Oh my gosh!
He autoed a minion!
He autoed a minion.
He autoed a minion!
Oh no.
Oh!
So tragic. It happens. It happens.
And it was such a nice flash.
I think they lane swapped.
Unstoppable Force onto Funny Beaver, who does not have the Malphite ultimate right now. While Snob is going to come in, Ghost, and pop his own ultimate. Mufasafish, Demonic Ascension is up. Funny Beaver pops the stopwatch. He's in 1v3 now. He flashes away. He gets rooted under tower. Can he do anything else? No, he goes back in! Why did he go back in? Kodak will get the kill.
Oh no, this is where everything falls through.
Yeah, it was looking so good for them for just a minute there, but that fight just didn't have the numbers to do it, and it was looking good for Olaf for a second, but just wasn't able to get enough damage down to really win that 2v3 there.
Yeah, they're starting to slip up a bit, you know, because at least Snob still hasn't died, but you know, 2 deaths in a row on Funny Beaver is not what you're looking at, not what you want to see.
I think they want to... No, they're going for Dragon. They're trading another Dragon for a Herald.
They could probably just run straight to it, though. They don't even need to trade it if they're just walk straight there.
No, he's not even.
They're not. They're not
he's
even.
Not
walking.
even. Like, I'm sorry. As a jungler, I would be throwing my keyboard across the room by giving up a Dragon. I mean,
yeah.
That's just me, though. That's just me.
Now, on the flip side, this is Cloud Soul, and the Cloud Soul's nice for Malphite and Nocturne, and Swain as well, actually. So this is a surprisingly good game for Cloud Soul, but even then, it's widely considered to be one of the weaker souls. So I can see where he's coming from, at least on this third drag, now that he knows what the soul's gonna be. But it still seems kind of crazy to me to just give up this many dragons without fighting for them.
I mean, I would feel like the soul would do very well for the side of We Hate Renekton, and I think Snom needs to really buckle down on those dragons now, because they're at soul point. Shrimp King is now at soul point, and it could get scary for them, especially in that bot lane.
Yeah, we're kind of just waiting for Vayne to scale, though, right? So it's like, you know, we passed the early game. We're now 20 minutes into the game, and Snom and Funny Beaver, yeah, they had an impact early, but I don't think it was shared enough, especially to the Vayne, who has been the focused one in most of the fights down in the bot lane. So just really only 1 kill participation is not going to let Vayne scale as well. And Hottest Cashier goes in onto the sets, and he's going to actually Showmaker out. Can he get away? No, he already used the Haymaker, and does get an Ignite onto Bam Bam, but it's not enough. He just doesn't have the damage yet with that Blade of the Rune King.
Showing the power of AP Malphite and deciding
right?
just There's too much anti-tank. I'm just
Wait a
not
minute,
gonna
wait a
run
minute.
tank.
Suggest you start running.
Hottest Cashier does not have Unstoppable Force. Will fall to Magus Knight, actually. I think Snob needed that more than you, buddy, but, you know, it happens. It happens. Snobby OP. Funny Beaver. Now getting pressured under tower. I think this is the only other lane they can kind of pressure right now. I like the lane swap here coming out from them. As, you know, looks like we're just gonna go into kind of a mellow state, so...
Alright,
Yeah.
so I have to say that I like how the beginning went for Snom and Beaver, like we said earlier. But Juggernaut, what do you think that they need to do better for We Hate Renekton? Because they seem to be down. They're down only 1,000 gold, 2 kills. What can they do better?
I need to make sure they have vision on Dragon. I mean, we've seen 3 sneak dragons.
Fritzer kind of getting into a scuffed fight here. Didn't mean to cut you off, but nothing really happened there.
Yeah, whole lot of nothing.
All right, wait.
Whole lot
wait
of
a
ult,
minute.
whole lot
Wait a
of
minute. Aztec War Priest
Uh,
engaging on Mufasa Fish. There might be a full-on team fight here. And Hottest Cashier with a 3-man knockup. Magus Knight is gonna fall. Double kill for Kodak Mac. That was a great Unstoppable Force.
That's gotta
Absolutely.
hurt.
They might look for Baron here, but I think it might be a little bit early, a little preemptive for that. Jungler is still up, although he's farming his bot side camp, so he may not be able to do anything about this.
They're going for
I
it.
feel a little worried they don't have the damage for this, though. I mean, they have the... I guess they have effectively 2 ADCs and an AP Malphite here, and just nobody on the other team cares. This is the
What
fourth
are they
objective.
doing?
This is the 4th objective that Shrimp Gang has just gotten for free. It's crazy to me that they keep getting away with this. They trade it for a bot tower, so that's something, I guess. But still, it's not sustainable for We Hate Renekton. They've really got to make sure that they have vision and make sure that they're kind of at least looking for steals on this or threatening a steal so that they can't just take this for free every time.
Yeah, I feel like Shrimp Gang has kind of read the book on them, right? They saw that We Hate Renekton was trying to fight them and kind of just turned it on them and go for an objective, right? They're letting the opponents come to them rather than going after anybody, and it's been working so far for them.
I just wish that, you know, Beaver got more of a lead, but now Beaver's so far behind the behind Mufasa and also Hottest. I don't know how they can honestly. There's the Unstoppable Force. That was nice.
Once again, Hottest Cashier giving a masterclass on the Malphite here, and I think that might be game here as they're just pushing down mid, and a base race on opposite ends of the map going on.
I don't think We Hate Renekton wins this.
I don't think they do either.
I don't think there's any
Baron
universe this
minions.
goes well for them.
But looks like Kodak is gonna back here. Yeah, I don't think
They don't
Snom
need him.
can defend it. Yeah, they don't need Kodak. They can end it. And yeah, Snom is gonna get taken out here.
Yeah.
Stopwatch popped by Hottest, and that is game 1. Going over to Shrimp Gang. What a series.
Okay. I think I need a mental reset for myself on that one, gents.
That was a.
What are the thoughts coming out? Like, this is that was only game 1, and that was a really quick series. For
For a second there. Yeah.
It's 23 minutes, I think. So, I feel like that was a really strong first game for Shrimp Gang. But we talked about a lot how Funny Beaver having that lead on Silas, Snom having the lead on Olaf, didn't really transition to anything. Do you guys think maybe they need different champions, or do you think that was just a mechanical error, or communication error going into game 1 here?
Well, really, I think they need to be looking for more fights with these dragons, right? They need to make sure that they have vision and they're aware of when the other team's actually looking for these things. And then if they are aware of it, they can actually use their lead in the early game to kind of contest these and be able to snowball into something more. Maybe win a team fight with a Malphite or a Swain from the Silas. And between Silas and Olaf, those are two champions that can just run a team fight on their own, right? 2v5 in the enemy backline, just shredding everybody. But they just weren't able to get the team fights to do it. It was all these small skirmishes, and they picked up some kills here and there, but overall, it seemed like Shrimp Gang was just there at the big fights, and We Hate Renekton wasn't. And it really just came down to that.
All right. Well, Lupul, any remaining thoughts before we throw it to a break?
Mental reset's going to be strong here.
True.
Mental reset is going to be very strong here.
That's where we're about here over at Mythic Esports. It's all about the mental resets. But we'll see if that happens. We're going to get into game 2 after this short break. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of We Hate Renekton versus Shrimp King. I am, again, Wookie. Joined alongside me are Juggernacht and Lupul, and we had a 23-minute Game 1 in favor of Shrimp King. A clean sweep. I feel like the end there was kind of scuffed. Aztec and I believe it was Bam Pam. No. Was it
Beaver?
Or Beaver,
Aztec
sorry.
and
Yeah,
Beaver.
Aztec and Beaver tried to do a base race against a bear and up Shrimp Gang. Did not quite work out very well. But they had to try. I guess they knew that, like, hey, we already lost a few members in the previous fight. It's probably not going to get better from here. But we're going to get right into Game 2's draft debate here. What kind of changes do you guys think should come from We Hate Renekton for this one?
And Nico.
Yeah, Nico ban. That's thing one for sure. Maybe hold off a little bit on the Vayne pick as well. Maybe leave that for a little bit later in the draft if you're planning to.
Okay.
I think what else from the side of We Hate Renekton. I'm not so sure about the Lulu ban either. The other two make total sense to me, but I'm not quite seeing where the Lulu ban fits in here. I mean, all of the champions they ended up playing would have been pretty much fine until Lulu. I mean, Olaf doesn't really care. Set's marginally annoyed by it, but that's about it.
All right.
Polymorph is an annoying thing. No, not a lot of players like it or counterplay it, and there we go again. We see the Vi ban.
Yep.
I mean, that's understandable. Vi is just one of those engaging champions that you don't want to see at all times. You will see it all times because you just want to smash your face into the keyboard because Riot made champions like that. Moving on.
Yeah.
I'm complaining because I can't play Vi as well as I used to because I'm a Shaco main.
And I love Vi. It sucks that she's not viable in top lane, but it's really fun to play. Something about the Q windup is super satisfying to me.
I thought she was viable in the top lane. I'm kidding.
Not
I'm kidding.
for me. Not for me.
I'm kidding. Your playstyle, no. Your playstyle,
Jeez.
not gonna work.
Okay.
And there's the Nico ban, thankfully.
Here we go.
All right.
And the Senna ban goes
And
away.
And the first pick, Mordekaiser. Okay, then.
That's pretty bold, right?
Aztec feeling himself over there.
I feel like that's pretty bold because, like, Mordekaiser definitely has some very viable counters. Yes, he is a strong champion. Yes, he scales very well. Yes, if he gets a lead, he can definitely dominate everywhere else on the map. But I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to punish that with, like, maybe even, any user that builds a Quicksilver Sash or anything like that.
I hate it here. That's a
yeah.
Lux.
That is a Lux. And that's a first
That
pick
is-
Lux.
That is Mufasa's kind of signature pick here. So I'm expecting that to go mid, but there's always the opportunity to flex that into the bot lane because Kodak Mac is a mid lane player, mid lane main.
The Nocturne again.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Hey. And I guess this is a memoriam to Knock Knock Knock. I'm guessing. And
Yeah.
honestly, he's a really good Nocturne player. I will not take that from him. I play a bit of Nocturne myself. I've seen a couple of his games, and it is unbelievable. It's a lot of fun seeing his plays. And we're gonna see the Renata Glass
Ooh, okay.
chosen here. I mean, not a lot of people choose Renata. I mean, unless I'm going into the wrong ranked games. Have you two seen Renata lately?
Yeah, for
Not-
so often for me.
Ever
Not
so often?
much. I don't play a whole lot of ranked. I do more kind of league game, like competitive games and that kind of stuff. But I don't see it very often either. Usually, it's kind of picked when there's a hyper carry either on your team or on the other team or both, and in that way, it's not bad into the Nocturne. But it's one of those champions that you really want to see more of the other team before you pick it, in my opinion. The
fair.
Zillion.
Vladimir.
After.
Vladimir and Zillion.
Yeah, Zillion has been played on the side of Shrimp Gang, I think, a couple of times, so I'm looking forward to it because this does mean that Lux is going mid. So that is a support Zillion, and I don't know about you guys. I absolutely love Zillion as a support. He's like one of the only supports that I can actually play properly.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you never knew that. I used to love playing Tom Kench and Zillion support only. Like there was no other supports that was like, I love playing this. But Zillion definitely one of them. But regardless, it's in the hands of Kodak Mac, and I feel like he's gonna do a great job supporting Fritzer, whatever ADC they pick. Here comes the bans though. Olaf is gonna be banned this time around against We Hate Renekton, as well as Twitch is banned away from Fritzer himself. Definitely a good strategy here. Oh
Magic, thank you so much for gifting 5 tier 1 subs.
Woo!
Everybody, congrats for getting those gifted subs. And also, Magic, thank you for the update. DSS update, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 1 went to Glacial Carnage. So, Magic, thank you so much for updating on that as well. You are amazing.
Awesome. Was that a 2-0 or 2-1? I'm curious because
no, it's just so far it's just round 1 done.
Oh, round one.
Round 1. So it's a best of 3. So Magic, keep us posted.
I think that was the entire series, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that the entire series?
Yeah, I think they either 2-1'd or 2-0'd. But we'll have to see. Picks and bans are going through though and flying.
Sorry.
So we got that's okay. Just going back to the draft here while we get that update real quick from Magic Man. But Dr. Mundo picked on the side of Shrimp Gang. I'm gonna really assume that's definitely for hottest cashier up at the top side as Karthus. Oh my gosh, look at the AP that's on Renekton.
Jungle.
Oh,
this
is
so
definitely much.
Yeah, I'm glad they picked the Mundo too, because it gives them a proper tank to really stack MR into this full AP team comp so far. And to go with all that AP, hopefully they pick an AD carry that's going to do a lot of physical damage, and it turns out they picked Renata with an AP carry bot lane. It looks like Karthus bot lane to me right now.
What the heck?
I'm not totally sure.
What the heck, man?
This
what
is
is going on?
A really weird draft from We Hate Renekton here.
I think they need to fire their drafting coach and get a new one.
Hey, come on. No, but predictions are live. We don't know who's going where quite yet until we get into the client draft and get into game. But this is definitely interesting. What sides, or who's gonna win this game? Rather, are you guys thinking?
Juggernaut, you first.
Oh man, you're pitting me with the hard one here. It's such a weird draft to do because there's 4 AP on the side of We Hate Renekton, right? But at the same time, Shrimp Game only really has the Mundo to answer it, right? And Mundo is absolutely going to be stacking MR. You better believe, because extra armor is not going to do a whole lot against Trundle. He's going to steal it anyways. And Trundle's going to be able to steal that MR, but I feel like Shrimp Gang has enough AD to really shred a full MR Trundle here. And so at the end of the day, I don't know who I favor. I think it's really going to come down to who can get picks better. Because if Shrimp Gang can pick off someone with the Nocturne R or the Lux R before a fight, then they're going to be in a much better position. But if they go into the fight as full even 5-mans, I think I favor the side of We Hate Renekton. So based on last game, overall, I think I'm going to have to go with Shrimp Gang because they were able to find those small fights and those skirmishes and those picks really well last game. And hopefully, if they can repeat it, I think they'll be in a good position here.
Okay, Lupul, tell me what you're thinking now that we got the expert Juggernaut's opinion there. Can you top it?
I honestly, Shrimp Gang's been really strong right now, and I don't see them. I mean, as much as I want to see like the Mordekaiser versus Mundo go very favorably their way, I don't think that their team comp is very viable per se, because Mundo's just going to be unstoppable at some point later on into the game, and it's going to be very annoying for the side of We Hate Renekton. As well as the Lux is just an annoying champion. All right, I said it before, I'll say it again. I think the Lux is one of the most annoying champions in the game, due to the fact of the consistent snares, the consistent CC, the consistent ultimates, because you'll see one ultimate, 20 seconds later you'll see another ultimate, 20 seconds later you'll see another one. It's very annoying, and I honestly believe that Shrimp Gang drafted better.
All right, well, we're going to look at the statistics here. Pro comps, lovely to have the graphics all up here on your screen. You know, the Vladimir has been picked mid. It is confirmed. Karthus on Yiku here for
This is
We Hate
interesting.
Renekton. That is definitely interesting. Having that poke damage, they're gonna have to really like be careful because Tristana is one of those ADCs that once she gets to pounce on you, you're kind of dead in a few seconds. And Karthus, as we know, is one of the squishiest, if not the squishiest, mage around town. So that's going to be a lane that we're going to look at a lot, I feel.
I don't think it's gonna be much of a mashup in my eyes, but I could be wrong. I am I cast, so I cannot play. Therefore, I know nothing.
That's not entirely true. Okay, you still got
Ah.
you still got some games. You got some experience being in the
I got
silver.
the I got
I'm joking.
Thank you, Wookie. Thank you so much for making me feel so much better about my rank. No, but in all honesty, I'm very confused about the picks on the side of We Hate Renekton, but I hope honestly that they prove me wrong and they prove us all wrong on how well this draft goes.
Yeah, I hope so as well. And honestly, I'm the last one to make my opinion here, so I'm gonna actually want to see Funny Beaver pop off this game. Because we saw him almost pop off. He just really has to learn like what needs to be done from last game. Like we saw him get a few kills. He couldn't really transfer the leads that well. Let's see if he could actually do it this time. And because Vladimir, definitely a good potent team fighter, might not be able to do the same exact thing as Silas as last game, but can definitely be, if getting a lead on to Mufasa Fish once again, can definitely spread chaos around the map, especially helping out Trundle, because Trundle is one of those characters that like, if you can't beat him, you just can't beat him. He just survives for so long for no reason, right? So definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, any closing remarks, Juggernaut, before we throw it to a break? Are we looking at anything good?
I definitely think there's a possibility for We Hate Renekton to win this game. If they can kind of get their macro together and make sure they're in place on time and together as 5, I think that they still have a really solid chance of winning this game. But yeah, we'll see if it can happen.
All right, well, with that, we're going to throw it to a quick break. But when we're back, we're going to have Game 2 of Shrimp Gang versus We Hate Renekton. Can We Hate Renekton come back? Stay tuned. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2. A little bit of a late start, technical difficulties, but we're back in Game 2 between Shrimp Gang and We Hate Renekton. We Hate Renekton has switched sides. Looks like there was a little bit of a, I guess, a ward fight, as it seems like Bam Bam Pachow did get a ward taken out with that sweeper once again. Good use.
Always getting that ward.
Always getting that ward. That's a really good thing.
Free gold?
Is free gold? Yeah, exactly.
It's for real estate. Just kidding.
Thankfully, though, all thumbs are still up, so nothing was blown kind of early game on that ward scuffle at the very least. And
I mean, just kidding.
Lupul, what are you looking at? What do you think for what do you think is going to be the most interesting lane to watch here? Who's going to get the first blood?
Okay, so I know that it's not gonna be either one of the junglers, but I think it might be the top lane going at it, like as they are right now. But no, in all honesty, that bot lane is going to be pushed under turret the whole game, and it's not gonna be an easy thing for Yiku. But Aztec versus Hottest, I think that's going to be the lane to watch this time around. I know that Aztec made some semi-questionable plays last game, fighting the Malphite when probably not necessary. But again, hopefully that was just first game nerves, and they come back for this game number 2, taking it to game 3, 3 games for the series.
Yeah, I agree. I think that top lane's definitely going to be the place to watch. I think bot lane, potential kick on
Ooh.
Nothing going to come of it. I do think that bot lane is going to be hard shoved under tower, but to some degree I think that actually makes it less likely to have action, because what are you going to do when you're shoved under tower, right? There's not really any plays to be made there except for either shoving or clearing minions. And
Kodak Mac is forced to flash. Does get ignited too by Magus, and flash blown. That's a good trade right there.
That's a good start to the bot lane for We Hate Renekton. I'm actually what I really hope this time is that Snom actually focuses on the dragons this time around. I know that it was no focus to Snom getting everything else, getting those kills, trying to give everybody like a little breathing room and stuff like that. But I honestly believe those dragons did help them win the game. It's a free additional buff, you know what I mean?
Funny Beaver might be in trouble here. Does get rooted under tower. First blood. Gonna go to Mufasa, and wow, what a really good coordinated setup for that gank.
Yeah, the fear into double bomb into Lux binding. Oh man, you love to see it from the side of Shrimp Gang there. That was impressive.
We Hate Renekton screaming in their headphones right now.
Yeah, I can't blame him. Funny Beaver, after getting so many ganks from his jungler last game, to be on the receiving end.
Yiku though getting engaged on by Fritzer here. Fritzer gets exhausted though. Is it enough damage? Yiko's going after Kodak, while the other two are going after Fritzer. Okay, we're transitioning right to top lane as Aztec is under tower. He's gonna get 2 tower shots. He's so close to dying. Shield does help. Aztec doesn't have the movement speed. Bam Bam Pachow looks like he's gonna pick this one up. And it looks like nothing amounted to anything over in the bottom side of the map.
The Tristana jump just makes her so safe. Even when she's in such an awkward situation, she can get the reset and jump out again. And it's a dragon going to the side, or potentially going to the side of We Hate Renekton this time. So a reversal of last game, which is very interesting to see.
I like it.
Yiku stayed too long. Fritzer's there again. Picks up the kill. No, Yiku, what were you thinking? It's a Tristana. She can jump on you.
Nobody expects Bush Tristana.
I mean, okay, all right. So can we talk about when her jump changed? Because I don't even remember when the jump changed. Because I know that she has a jump whenever she gets a takedown. All right, but when did it change that whenever she gets the full proc of her bomb? When did that change? I'm kind of curious about.
That was a long time ago as well.
Was it really? I am just like, I am so behind, because when she double jump, when I played against the Tristana a couple days ago, and she double jumped. I'm just like, what is going on here? Why are you able to jump so many times?
That is super old. Yeah, that's been in there forever. I think you don't see it as often because let's be real, when does Tristana have time to auto attack that many times, especially during the early game, to get the bomb off, So it's
the answer to when she gets to auto that many times is whenever she takes Hail of Blades, which I've seen people doing. Interesting.
First it took lethal tempo.
Oh, interesting. It is kind of crazy you got that many autos off then. But to answer your original question, that was back in Season 5 that they changed that.
Really?
Yeah, end of Season 5 it looks like.
Crazy
how time flies when you're playing League.
I swear... I hate this. I hate how much this game evolves.
Okay, Paranoia
here we go.
yet again, coming
no
in.
Shield.
Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm is pulled on Hottest Cashier, but somehow Bam Bam Pachow still gets the kill. Don't know what happened there.
Red buff? Has red buff?
Probably.
Possibly red buff. And yeah, Walsnam just a little bit too late to come and assist, so that's another kill going over to the jungler. Funny Beaver pulls relatively early. And Bam Bam Pachow here again is going to flash in. Flash returned on the other side. Funny Beaver does get away.
This whole Bam Bam Pachow is running this whole game so far. All right, he is doing an amazing job making sure, even without Nocturne, without the Paranoia, it's been an amazing thing to see Bam Bam just be such an impact in the lane, making somebody flash, making somebody want to run away underneath the turret. It's nicely done. I have
those
to admit.
Immediate paranoias, like sometimes you see like paranoia pops and then you wait a bit, but no, it's always immediate. You have to catch them off guard, and I like that coming out from the Nocturne. Played twice now, doing good both times.
In honor of knock knock knock, most likely.
True. One of our usual passerbyers here in the Mythic Esports League. Yeah, this is a really different game than last game, right? Like this is a 4-0 lead, 3,000 gold lead over to Shrimp Gang already.
In my eyes, the lane to make sure to try to help get ahead, probably top lane or mid lane. Juggernaut, am I wrong there, or what do you think?
From both sides, I feel like it's a lot easier for blue side to gank mid lane though, than it is for red side, because the pool is just gonna make life so difficult.
Oh no! The Paranoia comes in again. Aztec is too far pushed up, and that's just a lot of CC.
Another 3-man.
Hottest Cashier is gonna take the kill this time.
Man,
yeah,
Aztec has been pushing too far for that. Wait, that is knock knock knock?
Wait, really? I didn't even know, to be honest.
No, that isn't. They let Nocturne go through twice, and that's knock knock knock.
Wait, is this his alt account?
Or maybe he changed his name? I don't remember.
Did he change his name?
I'm not really sure, but anyways, we're gonna get back into the fight here as both teams are trying to take Rift Herald. Funny Beaver now pops the pool. Bam Bam Pachow getting really low. Snom trying to keep his mid laner alive here. Will be able to escape, and the Rift Herald does reset itself. That was kind of a messy skirmish.
Oh, man. And they're just going to walk away from it. But yes, he did change his name.
Ah, okay.
Thank you, Magic.
I did not know. Honestly,
I didn't. Oh my gosh. I thought this was just a sub-jungler.
Alright, well, Hottest Cashier now on the receiving end of a gank, but utilizes the flash to get away, just like every other Chad top laner might do.
Right. Right, Juggernaut?
Yeah, that's what it's there for. I mean, what else is Flash good for if not for avoiding ganks? You don't need it to kill your opponent, obviously.
Never. You would never use Flash to kill your opponent, right?
No, not me. Slander, even. But I'm still reeling from this revelation that this actually is knock knock knock, and I'm shocked that his Nocturne got let through twice. Yeah,
right? People don't know. Okay. Yiku has to flash away. They're going to take this dragon, though. For free.
We got a Hextech Soul Drake incoming, boys.
Wow.
Now, I will say, that one dragon that We Hate Renekton was able to sneak early. And
Wait a minute. Shadow Realm pulled on Hottest Cashier, and can Aztec actually take him out this time? Okay, another Obliterate, and that's going to be a kill over the first one, over to We Hate Renekton.
There we go.
that is big for this Mordekaiser because he is going to need that Rift Maker this game. If he doesn't get a Rift Maker, he is not going to be doing any damage to this Mundo. Mundo is just going to build non-stop MR, and things are not going to go well for him later on into this game unless he gets that Rift Maker.
Jeez! Wow!
Was that blind?
Wow! That
No.
was blind.
Man,
That was completely blind.
Kodak pulled out the really good plays here, the really good coordinated attacks here, and blind guesses both of these games. I feel like he really made a difference in that last game on the Senna. That
Yeah.
you have to respect him, and even on the Zillion, he's doing pretty well for himself. Has kept Fritzer alive for the most part, but maybe not anymore. Fritzer's gonna get kind of interrupted there by the pillar. He has to flash away, but the Ignite, the Carthus ult, is gonna get negated by Kodak. But he's stuck in a 1v4. He can't do anything. No, he doesn't get the kill on Snob. Magus picks up the kill though, and I don't think that's where you want it. Yiku getting stunned again. Wait a minute. The Bob just gets some gold up. He lives.
Close.
Very close. Kodak
Run!
wants some
Yiku!
blood.
What are
Kodak,
you doing?
the flash bomb! Oh my god. Wait, the shield? No way. Kodak out for blood.
Kodak is hogging this game. Sheesh.
Oh my gosh!
Right.
I love to see it.
Aztec pops the 12 stacks of Conquer, but Hottest Cashier regaining all of his health. I'm surprised Aztec didn't go for like Oblivion Orb or any anti-healing in this matchup yet. But it looks like he is about to be ganked under tower here. Ooh, could be possible. The Rift Herald's popped. That's gonna take out the tower.
Round
That's
is on its way.
5 seconds.
the Paranoia comes through. Here we go. Luxalt misses, but the Paranoia can connect that, and Flash comes through from Bam Bam Pachao, picks up the kill while Snom is next. Hottest Cashier is going to take up all this damage. Flash from Mufasa. Fancy feet, but not enough. Mufasa Fish picks up the kill, excuse me. And Funny Beaver is left to defend this tower all by his lonesome, as he's the only one left alive. Root connects. A couple of cleavers. That's just unfortunate. And Yiku and Magus are also dealing with another problem. Fritzer getting Yiku a little bit half health there. Skittles coming out, though. But, wow, walk me through. What just happened?
Aztec did not have Shadow Realm, so could not go take that into a 1v1 instead of 2v1. Overstayed. I would have. You gotta make sure you ward that behind you, those areas behind you, especially against Nocturne, especially knock. Well, Bam Pam Pachow. But it kind of is one. This is one of those moments. They're down. They were down. I'm sorry. 4 kills? No. Yeah, it was 4 kills, right? Before this?
Yeah.
So there's
something like that.
62.
Yeah.
62.
Might even
and
be more. Funny Beaver. Oh, Fritzer gets interrupted once again. Funny Beaver actually picks up the kill with an empowered Q. And that puts them on the board even more. But still behind on gold.
Yeah,
and
that-
also looks like Bam Bam Pachow has been helping themselves to Snom's jungle, by the way.
Any chance he gets, yeah. But that top lane play, it really swung the scales for sure. And I think what happened is Aztec War Priest thought that the Trundle was coming, but he just miscalculated a little bit. And
Shadow Realm pulled onto Hottest Cashier. Sorry to interrupt, but he's kind of under tower. Aztec can't really do anything after that. It was an interesting Shadow Realm from Aztec there.
Aztec's hungry for kills. Very hungry for kills.
Yeah, he surprisingly has the most amount of deaths right now on his team.
I believe that Bam Bam Pachow has been focusing a lot of their attention on
Well, he
the top lane.
he hasn't needed to go to the bot lane. I mean, we haven't really talked about it, but bot lane has kind of just been solo winning their lane, and they took tower on their own first, no Rift Herald, nothing. And they're up what, 25 CS and a couple of kills at this point. So it's really just a dragon that's being taken as well off their pressure here. So it's really just a story of knock, 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 gets to go top lane and win that top lane for his top laner, and then also his bot lane's already winning.
Here comes the dive. Hottest Cashier now in trouble. Does not have the ultimate. Will not survive this 3-man dive. Turret taken by We Hate Renekton.
I'm happy that they're starting to roam as 3 now, because as 2 or 3. They have to be able to answer everything that Shrimp Gang's doing. It's kind of annoying, yes, but this whole team is going to revolve around their communication and their ward coverage. If we look on the side of We Hate Renekton, look at how many pink wards that Shrimp Gang has placed inside their jungle. There's one on the top side, so they know that whenever Snom comes over. And then also in the bot lane, they had full ward coverage for that dragon. That is the perfect ward coverage that you want for a dragon, because Trundle can't jump in or out. And looks like we got Aztec having some fun here.
Yep, there it goes again. Shadow Realm has been popped, but he's kind of losing the matchup here. Hottest Cashier taking a lot of damage, and yeah, that's just it. He's out of the Shadow Realm. He's dead. Bam Bam Pachao picks up his 4th kill of the game.
Yep, Mundo's starting to stack that MR against this quadruple AP team, and it's really just gonna get worse in terms of Mundo's tankiness from here on out. But we were talking about vision, and it's really it's super important for both sides to get proper vision this game, because the way that blue team or red team wins this is by getting these picks, which they've been doing. Right, it's easier because it's in lane phase. But they need to continue to get these picks and kind of split up blue team, We Hate Renekton. And if they can do that, I think they're on a relatively easy path to victory. And on the flip side, We Hate Renekton needs to just be showing up as 5 to these dragons, and either forcing Mundo to be there or forcing him to teleport to these dragons so they can contest it properly here. But Lupul, what do you think that blue side needs to do to get back in this game right now?
I mean, later on to the game, Giku is gonna get stronger, so is Aztec, but that's the problem as well. The other team can also get stronger as well. Honestly, they need to start focusing on probably stopping Bam Bam Pachao would be the thing, but they have to be able to read. That's the issue. They have to read how Bam Bam Pachao is going to roam around. If they don't, then it's going to affect them very mentally, because look at the ward coverage. Bam Bam Pachao always sees where everybody else is.
Magus Knight getting stunned up, getting rooted up. Has a bomb on him. It's not going to be enough. The shield from the locket will connect, and he's going to survive that one. I 100% agree with you, though, that I think every time a Paranoia has been popped, there's been a death on the side of We Hate Renekton. And here might be another one here. Fritzer and Bam Bam Pachao gonna be locked in the Shadow Realm. Is taking a lot of damage, so Aztec is a big boy. He's gonna flash away. Fritzer, oh, the shutdown comes through for Aztec. He has to go under tower, though. He's on the wrong side of the map. Fritzer's gonna get this kill. Lux ultimate does miss, but Fritzer able to pick it up.
And another Paranoia, another 2 deaths in this case, but for the wrong side. So Bam Bam Pachao getting shut down there, and especially having on the Mordekaiser, is such a huge swing in the favor of We Hate Renekton. They've still got a lot of ground to cover, being still 4K behind, but I think that Mordekaiser being able to play this game and having the gold to do it is going to be really big.
Oh, double flash comes through. Kodak getting really low. Pops the Chrono Shift. Doesn't die from him. Actually pops the heal. Max Knight and Funny Beaver trying to take on this tanky Hottest Cashier. Yiku picks up the kill on Kodak, though. And Yiku is forced to flash and stopwatch out of there. Mufasovic just auto-attacks him to death. Meanwhile, though, they're still on the hunt for Hottest Cashier here. He is unkillable. He's just going where he pleases, right? That's his character. That's the nature.
He's a thicky boy.
He's a really big boy. Having that force of nature is going to do wonders for him, and it really is.
Dragon's up in 12 seconds. and this is going to put Shrimp Gang on Soul. So what they need to do, Fritzer just gets out of there using the portals. Nice use of the portals, by the way. But they, again, this is a free dragon, uncontested, for Shrimp Gang. I don't think that's the best idea, especially when it's going to be Hex Soul. Both Fritzer, Bam Bam Pachow, and Mufasa Fish are going to utilize that like crazy.
Yeah, and thank God for what is it? They got that early dragon from the side of We Hate Renekton, because otherwise it would already have soul. But sneaking an early dragon like they did really slows down the pace of the game in terms of dragon soul, and it gives you a lot more space to work with. But even with that space that they made themselves in the early game, they are still running out of time here, and they need to figure out how to kind of get together and contest these things, or they need to find some way to get things on the opposite side of the map if they're going to keep giving them like this. Because as it is, they've been giving them and not getting anything, and it's they got that one early one, but other than that, it's the same story as last game, and it's really not where they want to be.
Yeah, and honestly, like, Shrimp Gang has done a really, really good job on timing. Because we saw last game that they were just letting We Hate Renekton come to them, and they make mistakes. Paranoia's popped, though. Aztec is on the bottom side of the map with Hottest Cashier. No death from that Paranoia, but back to... Whoa, okay. We're still trying to fight the really tanky Hottest Cashier here. But...
if anyone can do it, it's the Mundo. That's a very, or the Mordekaiser, I mean. That's a very interesting hull breaker from Aztec War Priest, though, which is an interesting tech on the Mordekaiser that I don't think I've seen before.
Yeah, they just want him to
What,
split.
you don't build it? you don't build hull breaker on Mordekaiser?
Look. I don't play much Mordekaiser, but when I do, I would. I need to start doing this. I'm stealing this.
That's true, and speaking of that, Hullbreaker is going to come in handy. 4 people of Shrimp Gang are on this side of the map, and he's going to need it as he's going to bring Hottest into the Shadow Realm. He was the only target in range to dodge that Lux ultimate. Wow, fancy feet on Hottest. He's just speeding through. Shield is popped, so Aztec has nowhere to go. No defensive utility left. Is going to get slowed. Is going to get... Oh, he's just going to fall right to Hottest Cashier. They were doing a little dance for a second there, but... managed to space it out properly, and yep, that's another kill going over to the Shrimp Gang.
If anyone is going to kill this Mundo, it's got to be the Mordekaiser or the Trundle, because they're the 2 people with a ton of shred here.
Oh, Fritzer being really aggressive here is going to get chrono shifted by Kodak. Kodak now really low, but Fritzer, he can't get out. He's stuck there. Yep, he's just going to take it like a man and die to Yiku there.
Yiku's getting stronger, though. I have to admit, Yiku is finally getting to that point. Let's check the dark. Let's see if I can check the Dark Harvest stacks. She's at, well, later on, like super late in the game, it's 5. Not that great, but
Paranoia comes out. Wait a minute, he got the proc onto Funny Beaver, and the Fear's going through. Lux ultimate dodged once again. The fancy feet coming out this game.
Yeah,
Right?
the ghost to get him out. It's such a good summoner spell when you're looking to just escape or run people down.
Yep.
Bam Bam looking for him, though.
Bam Bam
I
is
love
looking
it.
for him. Nah, he's gonna get out. No, he's not!
No,
he's
the
not gonna get
cancel.
out! The cancel will come through, and Funny Beaver has to try to get away. Nope, the flash comes through. Auto attack will take him out. What a guess! What a guess! A 1 in a million.
Jesus.
And they
I
might
could
be
have
looking for
predicted that.
Baron here, actually.
They can-
With Trundle on the bottom side of the map, this might just be another free objective.
Requiem's up. Requiem's
That's
up,
not
but it's not going to
enough.
really do anything.
It's, man, We Hate Renekton really just needs to be getting vision of these objectives so they're not giving them all for free. I mean, they got the 1 dragon and that's it. It's just so brutal for them not having vision and just not being able to answer this at all.
Yeah.
I really feel for them. I want We Hate Renekton to start winning. It's just that their team comp that they decide to go for is such a late game comp. And here we go again.
No.
Them roaming as 4.
Aztec, no. Wait. They're collapsing. This might be a full-on team fight here. It's a 3v3 at the moment. bombs were popped. Aztec really low. Fritzer trying to put out the damage. And the, the Lux ult missing again. Classic.
Here we go.
But here we go. They're rushing for it. But looks like that is not going to be enough. Wait, Hottest Cashier got a flank on the backside. Yuku has to stopwatch again. It's just going to fall to Mufasa Fish. And the whole team fight is kind of spread out here. The Requiem does come out. Kodak getting really low, has to chrono shift himself. Funny Beaver in the middle of things, gets feared away, and heals back up. Lux ultimate was just used. What is this? Classic Lux ultimate comes back, but doesn't get anybody.
I'm sorry, just to let everybody know, that's on a 27-second cooldown.
That is on a 27-second cooldown. Wait a minute. What is Snob doing? No, he was in the middle of all four of them. Aztec has to fight Hottest Cashier 1v1. Hullbreaker online now, though. Can he do it? The Death Realm! It's going to do it for him, and the shutdown comes through.
Run!
What a play.
Run!
He's running from Fritzer.
He's turning.
Wait,
he's turning.
He's turning on Fritzer. Fritzer already jumped away. The bombs come out. But wait, the Renata passive. Oh, no, he doesn't get it. Kodak picks it up. Oh, man.
And that's Soul for the side of Shrimp Gang here. And this game is not getting very much easier. I think there is still a way for We Hate Renekton to get back in the game, but what do you think, Lupul, before I say it? Yeah, it's gotta be Elder. It's gotta be Elder. Elder is the alpha and omega, the beginning and the end of all throws here. So if they end up getting one good team fight at this Elder, that could very easily swing this game in favor of We Hate Renekton.
Yeah.
On the flip side, though, it could also be the final nail in the coffin that they just lose if they lose it.
We'll see.
I don't think we're gonna get to that point, unfortunately. I think that once that Baron comes up, Baron's still up for the side of Shrimp Gang, by the way, just for a few short seconds. But as soon as that next Baron pops up, I honestly believe that they are just gonna run at it, run back towards Shrimp Gang, We Hate Renekton's base, and it's just gonna be one of those annoying things. Oh my gosh, look at that ultimate!
No, that is a huge ultimate onto Fritzer. Fritzer gets chrono shifted, but is really low, and the paranoia. Bam Bam Chow is coming in. Wallstop taking a lot of damage, but wait, Iku just falls face on the floor, and okay, the Requiem does get Kodak back on the back end, but I don't think that's going to be enough. That was an ADC for a support trade there, as, Iku does a lot of damage, but you can't be up so far, and Snob was right next to him.
And the Mordekaiser... Sorry.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Mordekaiser taking a page out of your book, my friend. That split push game is strong with this one, is it not?
Oh no! Wait a minute, Magus Knight getting so low. Oh,
so much damage.
The cleaver will do it in for Magus, and that's a kill all the way to Hottest. They need Aztec at this point. They're falling over and over again. But Aztec is just sticking up top lane. Wait, here comes Stop. Yeah, the pillar. Oh, the flash pillar is gonna connect. Mufasa Fish can't get away. Shutdown going over to Snob. Can he double it up? Hottest Cashier has no regenerative ability. There's nothing left. The flash does come through though, but the pillar might be up by now. Aztec, on the other hand, in bot side is gonna fall to a really rapid fire Fritzer, who's really got so many items and so much damage. Here comes the back on the top side of the map. It looks like Bam and Chow is trying to take down all of them. That's 2 kills over to Shrimp Gang, and yet again a net win for Shrimp Gang.
Just stop chasing. Just do yourself a favor. Stop. That is a Mundo, people. Mundo.
And he's back to full HP. Oh no.
I hate this.
Alright. I gotta talk about the elephant in the room for a second here. I am a fan of split pushing. And I still think that in this game specifically, I think Mordekaiser needs to be with the team. I think he's got to be there. I don't know if the Hullbreaker was the right call. I think he's got to be there in order to help peel this either the Nocturne or the Mundo, right? If he R's the Mundo and kills him, that's big. If he R's the Nocturne and kills him and keeps him off the backline, that's also big. But I don't think that he's getting enough done.
Taking that turret. Look at Fritzer taking that turret.
He's got 3 items. Oh, he's pulled in the Shadow Realm.
He R's the one person that can kill him.
I don't know about that one. Aztec is doing a number on him. Fritzer almost dead, in fact. He gets shut down by the smite. The smite kill is going through shutdown. Now Hottest is on the back end. Oh no, Bam Bam Chow is in the middle of everyone. Oh no, there's 5 of them versus 3. Can they even do this? No, Kodak getting so low. Yiku gonna take him out, and it's kind of a split fight here. Hottest Cashier now being the one focused down. It's gonna fall, but Mufasa Fish is not with the team trying to take out this inhibitor on the top side. What is going on?
That was a nice fight for We Hate Renekton, by the way. Ooh, buddy.
The problem is they don't get to convert it into anything, and then they lose top inhib for it as well. It was a really good fight, though. I just wish they had done it. I wish they had done it right before Elder instead.
Wait.
Ooh.
They can go for Baron.
Mufasa Fish is going to connect the pillar, getting a lot of slow onto Mufasa Fish. The pool does successfully dodge the Lux ult, and that's going to be a dead Lux. Can they go for Baron here while Aztec pushes?
Baron, just make the
Nocturne is still alive. They do not have vision control over it whatsoever, but they're working on it. Aztec is in the bot lane with no TP, so keep that in mind. Nocturne is alive.
Hottest has TP as well. They have so many wards.
They're running to it.
Hottest is going to TP onto the ward.
Oh, yep.
No,
This is not going to go well.
This is doomed. Okay, let's see if they can manage to face it out. Bam Bam Chow is going to go into the middle of the team once again, but Yiku, just being on the front end, is actually going to take out the Nocturne. Hottest Cashier, being the tanky boy that he is, Magus is going to fall to him. And yeah, it's just over for Snom and Funny Beaver. They're going to get to take it out, but Aztec on the other side of the map.
Aztec's in their base.
Aztec's in their base. They're not even going to go for Baron. They're just going to try to... Wait, are they going to do a base race here?
Oh, no, not again.
Mufasa and Kodak. Mufasa and Kodak are going to stop. Try to stop him, but... He's got the Shadow Realm. He's going to pull it on Mufasa. He's going to take tower. Can he do it, though? He does take out the Lux. But can he do the same to Kodak back? He's getting stunned up. Okay, this is a base race. I'm going to go over.
This is a base race.
This is a base race. I'm going to go over to see where they're at on the bottom side. They're taking the base. They're taking the base.
No.
It's
That's
over.
a 2-0 for Shrimp Gang.
Oh, my gosh. What a game. Oh, my gosh. That was fun to watch. That was a lot of fun to watch. Congratulations, Shrimp Gang. You guys played your heart out, and same with We Hate Renekton, but oh my gosh, that was close. That was actually a close game.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
If they had just won like one more team fight, We Hate Renekton could have been back in that game easily, but they weren't quite able to do it, and they lose the base race by a couple seconds, and that's the whole game.
Yeah. What an incredible game. I mean, honestly, I would have loved to see a Game 3, and they almost had it, but, you know, it was just, you know, like you were saying, Juggernaut, it was the split pushing that ultimately almost won them the game. But, you know, it was the time and place, I guess, sort of thing, and, you know, Shrimp Gang just had the better of it. So, congratulations, Shrimp Gang. We're going to get into the MVP vote soon here in a bit. What are your guys' thoughts on the MVP for Shrimp Gang?
Oh.
Juggernaut, what do you think?
MVP for Shrimp Gang. It's got to be Knock Knock Knock. I mean, he, or also known as, what was it, Wham Bam?
Bam Bam Ka-chow.
I closed it already.
Bam Bam
He ran both games. I mean, he was getting, his Nocturnals were on point. He was just getting picks left and right and got them ahead in the early game on game 2, and in game 1 he snuck 4 dragons in a row in order to get them the soul, and overall I absolutely think he was the most impactful person on the team.
All right, well, MVP vote is up, so go ahead and cast your votes. We got 3 minutes on the timer. I feel like it's crazy how we haven't seen Shrimp Gang, but the one game that we do see them almost ended up in a 2-1, or you know, for either side, right? It could have been a 3-game series, and I feel like that makes a big statement when it comes to playing on the stage. You know, because you kind of got to worry a little bit. We were like looking at maybe We Hate Renekton could pick up the second game, and you know, compare it to the other stream games that we had. Like for instance, yesterday that was a banger of a series. Yes, it wasn't. I don't think it was a 2-1, right? So
Yeah, it was 2-1.
It was a 2-1. Okay, it was a 2-1. So it could have definitely been that for this game today. But yeah, what do you guys think? Like going forward, we're on in this division. We still haven't gotten through all of the games yet because I think most of them, if not all of them, are going to be played tomorrow. What do you guys think about where the standings are? Because Shrimp Gang now, I think, overtakes Insomnia Ouroboros, right?
So
Yeah, so their Shrimp Gang is currently top of the division before this, and I think they're gonna maintain it obviously with a 2-0.
Okay.
And then yeah, I think that they're almost certainly going to be in first place going into this next or going into playoffs. The big thing that this shakes up, I think, is whether Gregory Loves His Fries or TDS Proton is able to kind of overtake We Hate Renekton for the third place or the fourth place slot. And I think that's going to be the big storyline going into playoffs. So at this point, Shrimp Gang has pretty much solidified their first place position here, to my mind at least.
no, you are 100% correct. With this, they get I believe it's 3 points for
Yeah.
2-0ing.
Mm-hmm.
So they're at 16 points.
Wow.
The only other team that's close enough to them would be X Rising Reborn, and they're at 11 points. And even if they
okay.
2-0, even if they 2-0 this week and next week, that only gives. I mean, they would have to 2-0 twice in a row. That would give them first place position.
And
Totally.
Shrimp Gang would have to lose next week in order to
so-
do it.
Yeah.
They literally have the most points right now. For both divisions, throughout both divisions. So yeah, apologies for being wrong on that. I thought Insomnia Ouroboros was a little bit more, but I realized that they were defeated yesterday. So
Yesterday and the week before.
and the week
So-
before, yeah,
Yep,
you
they
are
lost
right.
Yeah.
Leon Wards too.
Yeah, so this has been a crazy two division bracket here, and it looks like Hottest Cashier is at the top of the boards for MVP. We'll let it finish out here in a second, but I do want to thank Mufasa Fish for subscribing with Prime. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, and yes, it's gonna be Hottest Cashier taking the
here we go.
stage. We're gonna hear a lot of flame for the first time in a long time here. I'm just kidding.
Yes, we are.
I hope he's ready to get pulled in because I'm just gonna yoink him over here.
Yeah, just let's grab him.
Welcome.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, how do you feel it after that 2-0?
Feeling really good. To be honest, in banter chat, not sure if anyone saw, but apparently they were gonna bet us $1,000, so they were about to beat us. I didn't actually go through with it, but I mean, if they want to do that again, we'll run it back.
Jesus. We are all friendly community here. Yes, it was
We
pay
are.
to play this split, but no, we are not going to throw that kind of money around. If you want to do that on your own time, that's perfectly fine by you.
Yes, but it was a good couple games.
No, I know that we haven't been able to stream you at all for most of the split because there have been some conflicting schedule issues, and sometimes you have to schedule your games at a different time than what it's originally supposed to be, and we were just happy that we were able to actually get you guys in for this one time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, it was definitely
Yeah,
unexpected.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Was
Yeah,
good.
but we are going to be able to get you more. How do you feel? Like, honestly, those picks, I have to say, like, honestly, I thought Bam Bam Pachow was somebody else, but then when we found out it was Knock Knock Knock, that kind of went crazy on me. But game one, AP Malphite. What was the thought process on that? Like, walk me through it here. It was just a choice, a random decision, or was it strategic?
I mean, we practice it literally all the time, or used to practice it. We haven't been able to get in any games, but I mean, it's just like when they give me that champion and they have all squishies on their team, it's just it's an easy pick because if I just go even in lane, I can just carry team fights.
Yeah, definitely what you did. I want to take note that like we saw like a lot of 1v1s between you and Aztec up at the top side. In the second game, rather. I mean, the first game there was a couple of instances, but it kind of since you both of you guys were playing like beefy people, it didn't really matter. But you started to slip a little bit in the start of the early game on game 2. Were you expecting that? Were you expecting the amount of damage that Aztec was doing on the Mordekaiser as the game rolled on?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, he could have carried that game if he didn't build Hullbreaker. as like a really bad item on Mordekaiser, especially with no attack speed or anything. I mean, it was a waste of an item. So the second he built that, we knew that he wasn't going to be grouping, and we could just 5v4 and beat him. But he said he could bench more than me. So early game, I was giving it all I had. I was going in. I mean, I had to give him a couple whacks even if I was dying.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Juggernaut, you have any questions?
Yeah, how are you guys feeling going into playoffs here? You're the top team in the division, and you're going to be facing up against the team from Division 1. Anybody you're worried about? Anybody you think you're going to stomp? You're excited to play?
I mean, yeah, I think we're going to stomp, but I mean, the only team that, in my opinion, that's fairly good and can probably compete with us is sitting on wards. But I guess we'll see, because they'll be probably number 1 or number 2, so we probably won't play them until the finals or the semis. So
yeah, you won't
that's the only
touch.
team that we're looking forward to.
You guys won't touch each other like first place for both Division and Division 1, Division 2 won't be playing until the semifinals. So they get a free you guys get a free bye pretty much. You guys have locked in, depending on whether or not you guys 2-0 whoever you play next week, which would be X Rising. So you guys aren't worried about them?
No. I mean, not really.
New X Rising.
We're not really worried about any team. So
this is a new X Rising, so I'm not really sure. I don't even know what the heck's going on over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. We don't usually scout a team until 1 hour before the match. So we'll look at them when it comes time to it.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. Any last remarks or shout outs you'd like to make?
Not really. I mean, hey, shout out to the mods. You guys deal with a lot of to put it lightly, crap, and you guys are doing a good job. So keep it up.
All right. Well, thank you for the interview. Go enjoy your win. It was good to see you guys on stream for the first time this season. So, yeah, and that's gonna wrap it up for us here on the desk of Mythic SBS. Thank you, Lupul. Thank you, Juggernaut, for joining me. That was an excellent game. That was a really fun games to watch, especially the second one. That was a banger game. It was so close, base race, man.
Jeez.
But yeah, check us out tomorrow. We're going to have another, you guessed it, SBS game coming for you. And I believe that, let me check before I make a fool of myself, which teams
8 p.m. EST. 8 p.m. EST. TPO Double D's versus Gregory Loves His Fries.
All right. Well, we're going to see the Double D's and Gregory Fries coming up tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to check us out then. It's going to be another banger, like we've had 3 so far, counting the one tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow, and yeah, that's going to be it from us. Y'all have a great night, and stay safe.